Steve, 4-1 loss here at Lewes today. Difficult one to take.
No, not really. The better side won. Deserved their win. Our players didn't follow what they were told to do at the start, and we gave them a 2-goal start in the first 10 minutes, which do that to any team, especially Lewes, that use their pitch well and play well. You're going to find it hard. Made some substitutions, got ourselves back into it, and then again let a ball in our 6-yard box and they score, and they score a free header from a corner. So in terms of working their keeper, not a lot. Our final bits of quality in the final third were nowhere near it. They had 4 real good bits of quality, putting balls inside the 6-yard box, which hurt us, and they scored 3 goals out of that, and then they scored a set piece. So in terms of saying what you said, we got beat by the better team today, and you got to take that on the chin.
You did make tactical changes in the midway through the first half. I think Freddie started playing as a 10, Coombsy came on as well. That seemed to have quite a big impact on the way the game was going.
You couldn't have had any other impact because we were shocking. It could have been any one of them players that come off, not just Marcel and Charlie, anyone. We decided on them two. We made an impact straight away. It was a ball over the top that they couldn't deal with, and we get the penalty from it. Didn't do that enough. Didn't get on the ball enough that as our players want to get on the ball, but they got to make angles and they got to work hard. And I said to them afterwards in there that when you play certain teams, i.e. maybe nothing to play for but a bit of pride and try and climb the table, you've got to put more effort in and you've got to work harder than them and you've got to basically dominate them. We were nowhere near that today, and they thoroughly deserved their win.
How do you go about getting those players, like you said, you've given them the instructions but they were nowhere near it? How do you pick them up to get to where they need to be?
You don't pick them up, you just don't play them. That's the blunt of it. We've got 6 games to go to cement our playoff place. This game today would have helped us. We're playing a team that went away to Canvey Island last week. No disrespect to them, but they're 5th bottom in the league, and Canvey beat them 4-0. And I think by looking at that score and maybe the report, a few of the players today took a little bit of a liberty and thought it was going to be easier than what it was. Perfect pitch here for them, where they play their football. All their rotation and stuff in the first half, or first 10 minutes, so to speak, I don't think they got out of their half in the first, before they scored. It was backwards, sideways, and their first goal come from 3 of my experienced players, not communicating, them running through, crossing it and scoring. Now, that's nothing to do with tactics, that's nothing to do with rotation, that's to do with communication and not following runners. So, like I say, you can do all the preparation, all the planning in the world. If you don't do the basics right, and the basics are communicating with your teammate, tracking a runner, defending your box, then you can see goals. And that's what we've done today.
A couple of key points in the game, the penalty, which obviously we did convert, but it seemed like it was it definitely was the defender that took Coombsy down and therefore should have been a red card. That would have changed the game completely. Yeah,
of course it would, but it didn't. It would have changed the game, and I'm not being horrible to you, but it didn't. He booked the goalkeeper because he thought the goalkeeper fouled him. I'm sure he booked the goalkeeper. But that's not the reason we lost. We lost because we weren't good enough all the way through today. And I always come out here and I will always take it on the chin, and I will always say, I got this wrong, I got that wrong, the tactics were wrong, the formation was wrong. Today it weren't, it was a player's mentality that was wrong. And that's the be-all and end-all. You've got 7 games to go and you want to cement your playoff place as quickly as possible. You have to come to Lewes that have been, of recent, a bit of an up-and-down team, and you've got to stamp your authority. We didn't do that, and we let them control us, and fair play to them, they deserved it. They've got a good management team here, they've got bags of quality in their team, but we allowed them to do more than what was warranted, and that's down to us. That's nothing to do with anything else.
Well, we dust ourselves down. It's another away game on Saturday. Wingate and Finchley, who beat Billericay today, so they're going to be on a bit of a high.
Yeah, I think they've won 6 out of 6. They've been in a great run. That's what we were aiming for. We won 2 out of 2. We was aiming to go on a 6 out of 6 winning run, and then that has cement our playoffs. Hasn't happened. We've got to go again next week. You know, I keep saying it. We're still in them playoffs. There's still a little bit of a gap there. There's going to be twists and turns. Who would have thought Billericay get beat by Wingate at home today? I'm talking just from a neutral. Billericay have been in a good run. They're top of the league. Wingate go there and turn them over 3-1. There's going to be more twists and turns. But if we play and do what we've done today, we could easily find ourselves out of the playoffs. So what we got to do is knuckle down, take instructions on board, follow them. And like I say, if it don't work out, then that's on me. So when their players were running from deep into midfield, we've got to go with them. We've got to get tight to their wide players. Overall, we were just nowhere near it today. But again, you've got to give teams credit when they do well. And they did do well today. They put the balls in the areas that were going to hurt us. And they got their value for their 3 points, I'm going to say.
Well, next week we do have Kiki back. He's back from suspension, and I know Tom was missing today. Is there any update on that?
Yeah, well, Tom failed a fitness test before the game on his quad. Kiki's back from suspension next week. Sonny Black possibly back next week. Michael couldn't come on the pitch because he still felt his hamstring. Matty Viger could be back next week. So all of a sudden, there's 5 players that can come straight in the starting lineup, and I've got to look at it that I'm not worried about whose feelings I hurt. I'm worried about getting the 3 points for this football club, because we've been there or thereabouts all season. It'd be a shame with 6 games to go to throw it away. And when I say throw it away by not actually competing and following instructions. You know, last week Dover, they took it all on board and we were by far the better side, and we deserved our win. Today, we were nowhere near it. They were by far the better side and they deserved their win. So you've got to take it on the chin and you just got to move on. 6 games to go, 18 points to play for. Get as many as we can and we'll cement our playoff place.
Lovely. Thanks for your time, Steve.
That's all right, no problem. Cheers.